Now that you have some basic knowledge into how DW Spectrum organizes and stores some of its data, we will go into how to back up the system database. While each server stores its video archive locally, it is worth knowing that each DW Spectrum server has its own database configuration. In cases where DW Spectrum servers have been merged into a multi-server system, all servers will share a single, synchronized database, meaning that they will all use a copy of the same database file. This database contains the archive index, which maps the relationship between archive file names and the physical location of the archive files for viewing across the system. And perhaps even more importantly, the database also contains shared background information, such as user profiles, camera information, licenses, and other system settings between servers in a merged system. As the system database is an essential component for all servers, merged or otherwise, Spectrum includes a feature that allows the database to be restored in the rare case of system failure. In this video, we will go over automatic database backups, manually creating a database backup, and how to restore a system database. By default, DW Spectrum will automatically create a database backup file once every 7 days, whenever the product version is updated and whenever a server merge is enacted. Over time, the server application will create up to 6 database backups. Once the server has 6 database backups, it will delete and overwrite the oldest backup file, similar to what happens when the video archive is full. As a result, there will always be at least one database backup file available. To find where the automatic backups are located, begin by opening the File Explorer application on your computer and navigate to the server's backup folder. The file path to the default storage location is Local Disk C, Windows, System32, Config, System Profile, App Data, Local, Digital Watchdog, Digital Watchdog Media Server, then Backup. You may notice that each database backup file will be named with the software build that was in use, a Unix timestamp in milliseconds, and the reason for the backup. For example, database backups created at the end of the regular 7-day interval are labeled with the suffix timer. There are also labels for when the software has been updated, a merge has occurred, or if a database backup was manually prompted by the owner. You can copy the database backup file from this directory and save it to a storage location of your choosing. If your DW Spectrum system must be restored, you can use a database backup file as a save point for easier recreation. While automatic backups can be a convenient way to ensure that system settings are saved, the system owner can manually prompt a database backup through the DW Spectrum client. Manually creating a database backup is a good idea to practice before applying a DW Spectrum software update, merging or unmerging systems, or generally before making any major changes to your system. Note: do not create a manual database backup if you suspect that the database has been corrupted. It may be better to use an automatic backup that predates the corruption as a restoration point instead. To create a database backup, you must be logged into the system as the owner. Although users with the administrator role have permission to perform nearly all actions in Spectrum, only the owner can manually create a database backup. Once logged in, open the System Administration menu and click on the Advanced tab, then select Backup and Restore. Next, click on the Create Backup button and select the location where you would like to save the database backup file. If you do not select a location, the database backup will be saved in the default backup folder with the automatic backups. Assign a file name to the file, then click the Save button. A confirmation pop-up will display. Enter the owner account's password to allow the creation of a database backup. DW Spectrum will confirm when the backup has been completed. Once finished, you can click on Open Folder to quickly open the file location where the backup file was saved. Next, let's go over how to restore the system from a backup. In the event of replacing or rebuilding a DW Spectrum server, the owner can use a database backup to help restore the system. Using the Restore from Backup function through the DW Spectrum client, you as the owner can source either a manual backup or a copy of an automatic backup to restore the system's settings and server configurations. To use the Restore from Backup feature, you must be logged into the system as the owner. Like when manually creating a database backup, Only the owner can access this menu and its features. Once logged in, open the System Administration menu and click on the Advanced tab, then select Backup and Restore. Click the Restore from Backup button and select the backup file. A confirmation window will pop up asking you to confirm the database restoration. Click OK to proceed. The restoration process will take a moment to complete, and the system will confirm when it is done. Once finished, the server program will restart. It is as simple as that. Remember that database backups are good for creating save points before any major changes can be made to your system. While the database is a separate form of data management from video archive management, it is an important element to keep track of to ensure that your system remains operational. Let's move on to the next lesson, where we will go over the DW Cloud service, how to sign up for DW Cloud, and how to enable a DW system with cloud access.